some money, my nigga, we lit. It ain't no better feeling than counting some chips. Made a killing last night, made a nigga whole rent. Now I'm sipping champagne, eating strips and grits. Mimi baggers claim my plane land at 8. My bitch think I'm insane, I just smuggled an 8. She showing me what she made while I was going out of state. At the MGM shooting craps, line up plays. Damn, it feels good to be a G. To rock Bakesters, LVs, and smoke leaves. To pop champagne bottles every meal we eat. It's amazing to you, but it ain't new to me. I'm just living light, stay G'd up, gotta live it right. Can't let a nigga catch me slipping, gotta keep a pipe. Cause I know how I feel when your pocket's feeling light. So I get mine, stay low key, out of sight. Don't worry about mines, worry about chores. Gotta be all in when there's money on the floor. If it ain't about loot, then it get ignored. You on B, strictly G's, finna run up the score. I'm in my bag, I'm on my grind. I can't let myself slip up this time. You gotta take risk if you wanna incline. Stay down till you come up, it's a bumpy ride.
I can't lie, got your bitch on one. Dollar signs up on her, yeah, she fly like she chosen. It's the man, baby, never capping on shit. Nigga been the boss, dog, like steak with the shrimp. Pour a glass of champagne, cause I been a champion. Always working hard, nigga, like the way that it feel. If you want beef for life, add another if you will. Smoking on the finest weed, you would think that it lives. Strictly G's in the spot, better act like you know. Being running game, stone and mad, if you know. Going hard with the shit.
Welcome back to another episode of GameTyme, man. We out here today with one of my oldest friends. It's my man. They call him Mingo, man. He from Dade County. We met early in the, way early in our Navy careers, and we just been real cool ever since. We ain't seen each other in damn near 30 years, but you know when you fucking military brothers, nigga, it's like yesterday, all the time. You know what I'm saying? So this is my man Mingo. Welcome to the show. And we just talking shit, man. You know, you got any? So I gotta ask you some questions.
All right.
How was it? How was it being 18, 19 at that time on that bad boy? You know, coming out of the hood, coming into the military. What was it like, man?
I mean, for me, it was just. I look at it as I didn't have shit to do. You know, I played ball in high school.
Like basketball?
So, yeah.
What high school you play ball at?
I went to Miramar High School.
Miramar?
Miramar, yeah.
That's out in that's like in.
It's in Broward County, but it's like.
Is it like Miami Gardens?
It's right at it's close to it. It's like right by the county line with Dade and Broward.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Right there on the county line.
Okay, so you know where Pompano Beach at?
I know exactly where Pompano at.
You see the murder happened down there the other day? Somebody got murdered in Pompano Beach. I was like, God damn, nigga, that's only 2 stops on 95, nigga. How y'all find Pompano Beach to kill a nigga?
I mean, with spring break going on down there, it's a lot of
and them
shit
young
going
folk,
on.
y'all didn't fuck that up, nigga. We used to have so much fun in the 90s and 2000s, just going down there looking at ass,
That
nigga.
niggas can't even have fun no more,
You know what I'm saying? We had, listen, and that's because when we were 18 and 19 years old, where were we at?
But that's the thing. We didn't when we were like 18, 19, 20, man, it wasn't about beef with a nigga. We were just trying to get broads, man.
But where were we?
Shit, we was on a fucking boat.
We was in Spain, nigga. We was in Italy.
Overseas.
We was like, yo,
fucking overseas.
We got a brief before we went outside. Hey, do not go over here fucking with these motherfucking Italian people. Okay?
Stay away from the gut.
This is the HIV capital of Italy. Remember that shit?
Stay away from the gut.
And in case you don't know what gut I'm talking about right 2 blocks down that way to the left, the 3 clicks up over there.
Right.
I bet not see none of y'all over there. I said bullshit. And then you get there, all they motherfucking
that's where everybody at.
You get over there, the whole cheese mess over there. And don't go to the motherfucking projects up there. It's a set of projects 2 blocks down that way. All the niggas from the hood like, we finna posse up and head over to the 3Js. And there have been so many situations where we went to, you been to Providence, Rhode Island?
No.
Okay,
no.
We pulled into Providence, Rhode Island for the wet trainer. Buttercup, that's where they do it at. If you was on, I don't know how long you was on there, but they make you go there. It's like a school, Coast Guard base. And right outside the gate was a set of projects like right up the hill.
Yeah.
But they disguise as old military housing because it's literally walking distance from the fucking base.
Just like in Portsmouth.
Just like
Just like the yards in Portsmouth. Like, literally,
Right.
like, down the street from that shit, it was fucking hood project.
So we out here. We 19, we out here, dog.
Yeah.
So how was it? Like, because my favorite deployment was my first deployment. It might have been your second
That was
one.
my first one.
When it was all dudes, right?
Your first, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Your first one, did you do 2 on the late
I did
takeoff?
2. I did one in 99.
Oh, no. Okay. So,
And I did one in 97.
oh, that was,
Right.
okay.
Right
That,
before the home porch. We did it at the Bayport.
that was your first one.
That was my first.
That was my second one.
Word. So that deployment was, and again, it was all dudes on there.
Yeah.
And it was cool because that's the only way I could have did it, is if I did it fucking first.
Correct.
Because the second one, they had females on
I
there.
can imagine how that shit was, man.
It was crazy, dog.
How was that cruise, man?
Yo, the crazy part about it, man, was, you know Lane, right?
Yeah, I remember.
They
like,
called that nigga the deacon. So Lane came to me and was like, hey, man, because it was 2 chicks on there that was fine as hell, man. It was a quartermaster and a signalman. The signalman had a twin. I ain't gonna say no names to keep the innocent. But she was bad, and she was built like she was bad. She was a little chick from Georgia, sweet as pie. Now everybody lusting after her, you like Navy niggas do to the one chick that's fly on the ship.
Right.
And so one day, me and Lang stand and watch. You know, he's the quartermaster. That means they work for him. And he's like, hey, bro, they chose you. They chose you, bro. They say they fuck with you, but they think you might talk too much. I was like, and I literally did it like this. I said, you tell her, I won't tell her so. I say Luther Vandross. No one had. I say the whole shit. But I was like, nigga, don't say shit. So we got out to sea underway, and I just let it happen. It happened. Nigga, listen, bro.
It
was
bound to
crazy.
happen. If they chose you, it's gonna happen.
So I didn't say nothing, but nigga, we wasn't even out past the sea buoy, nigga. We wasn't even dumping
Nigga,
trash
cut
yet.
my shit, ball.
I
You
got
trying
you.
to fade.
No,
nigga.
no. I'm coming.
Cut this shit off.
I can say this, nigga.
Do not. Nigga, I get up from this chair and I'm faded. I'm gonna be mad as fuck.
No, I got you. I'm just taking my time.
Oh, okay.
But no, man, it was just cool being a young boy back then, man, just wilding and shit.
Man, it was great, man. Cause
Yeah.
you really got to know how to really take care of your shit. Cause
So-
you was basically on your own, man.
What was your favorite port?
My favorite port?
Yeah.
I think I had 2. I want to say Haifa, Israel. I ain't gonna lie.
Now Haifa.
I fucking enjoy
Haifa was great. I did Haifa in '97.
And Palmer.
And god damn it, we went to Palmer too, man. Was you
Palmer's
with us
fan.
in Palmer?
Yes, the second. Did
Yeah,
we go on
went
Palmer the
because
second?
it was the international girls basketball tournament out there.
Right.
Also all of the college basketball chicks was out there.
That shit was.
So-
Oh man, that little ass island, bro. I didn't know that so many people travel from all over to come to that little ass
And
island.
it's a beautiful beach down there
Yeah.
and shit. It's a beautiful beach down there. And they got a lot of beautiful. And is that Italian? That's off the coast of Italy, huh?
Off the coast of Italy.
Yeah, that's off the coast of Spain.
Spain.
Off, like Sicily, actually.
Yeah, a little small ass
Yeah.
island.
Palma, Mallorca. It's real nice too. And it's an attraction for some reason because they had the whole tournament there. And we went there in '99 for sure. In '97, I think we hit Naples. So we had a little
Naples,
basketball
whole
tournament in
bunch of fucking
Naples.
time.
And
We
then
did Haifa.
we did Haifa, we
We
did
did Toulon.
Toulon, France, got them smash sandwiches in that bitch.
What did we do?
And we
Marseille?
played ball a couple times
We
overseas.
played
didn't
ball
we?
in like
About 5 countries.
like 4 or 5 ports, man.
Yeah, we played. They put us in games like a motherfucker. We was hooping.
Yeah.
We played. Remember, we played on a Coast Guard base.
We went to Barcelona too, that cruise.
We went to Barcelona.
We went to Barcelona, that cruise.
That was fun too, man.
Cause we played that whatever team that was, that little international team, all them tall ass niggas, they whooped our ass.
Yeah, but that shit was fun. But you was with us. I told this story, nigga. I'm glad somebody here to verify it. We were in Puerto Rico. And we all was down there for Com 2X, and we was going to Lucky 7 Strip Club, and we ended up across the street at the projects playing basketball with them young boys. Now I think you was there because Neely was there. We had set up at the Bacardi factory all day.
I had duty that night.
Oh.
I remember that shit because I had duty that night. Because when we pulled into Puerto Rico, I had duty like 2 nights of the 4 nights we were there.
Man.
I was mad as shit.
We was over there playing ball. Now we was supposed to be going to the strip club, which, you know, that's something 19-year-old niggas do, especially when they go overseas. Everybody got a strip club story, man. But that's why we don't do that shit now. Cause we did that shit.
I think we did that shit so much, man.
Remember we went to Gaeta to Italy, nigga, they had a gut for real. And we walking through that bitch. They say the gut has been mentioned a couple times during this situation. And the gut is basically, if you are in certain countries and you commit a crime, young man, and you got a wife, you go to jail and she goes to this prostitution compound and she sells ass to work off your debt. So when she's up there, she's sitting in a room similar to this, with a window and a little bed and a light and some lingerie, and niggas is walking by like, oh shit, she got long hair, damn. Then you know what I'm saying? She's just sitting there hoping to be chosen.
Damn, it's damn like, I guess if you went to Amsterdam or some shit like that, Brussels, Amsterdam, it's like the red light district.
Yeah.
Damn, they're like the red light district.
Remember we went to Barcelona, they had this sex show?
That's what I'm saying.
Where they was on the motherfucking stage fucking. I'm like, how does this nigga get paid to fuck this ugly bitch on stage?
Same thing in Naples, dog. When you go to Naples, they had them fucking booty movies and shit. Like a regular fucking movie.
Yeah, man.
No fucking porno movies and shit.
They had all that shit going on, and they had a donkey show. They got all this shit going on like up the street. Like when you go in this is a theater of sex thespians, motherfucker. Sex thespians. These motherfuckers are on stage having sex in front of a crowd of people. And I'm sitting here like, nigga, there's a whole ship sitting in this motherfucker right now. The whole shit. And this dude sitting here like, he ain't standing here. He ain't like the nigga was built up, yoked up. This nigga was a regular dude, nigga.
Regular ass nigga on stage.
And it was, you know what it reminded me of? Remember on the Dave Chappelle show when he had the episode with the teachers fucking on stage with the mayonnaise on them, nigga? That's what it reminded me of when I saw Dave Chappelle. I was like, God damn, it's like Barcelona. You remember that? Man, that shit's crazy. We hit Rose Grease.
I love Rose Grease.
Rose Grease is cool, man, because you walk through the castle. Now, I went back to Rose on another ship when I was on the Oscar roster, and I really understood Rose Grease. That was a castle, and we went all the way down by the red light district where the fucking casino was and the strip was.
Yeah.
Because they had a big-ass hotel there, because you could walk around the castle and fuck around, but then they had like a little strip area with a bunch of bars and clubs and shit. Hell yeah. So
yeah, we had some nice ports, man. Fucking, we went to Turkey.
Anatolia, Turkey.
With the fucking, we had hit some nice ports, man.
Yeah, we had cause it was after the wreck. It was after the wreck, and we was playing guard. So we went to Bahrain too.
We went to Bahrain. Then we go to fucking where they got the lean and peas at?
That was in Toulon, France. No,
the lean and peas is in Italy.
That was we didn't put in Pisa. It was Pisa, but we put Livorno, Italy. Livorno, because we was in there with the carrier, man. Them niggas was fighting, nigga. Yeah. We was in Rose Grease at the Wendy's right there when them niggas wanted to fight, dog.
We was talking to they bros. It was just crazy, man. Them niggas.
I got a picture.
It was crazy.
We anchored out somewhere.
That was in fucking Greece.
Greece?
We anchored out in Greece and we anchored out in
Rose, that's right. On another ship I went to, we pulled in at the end. You just had to walk through the boat yard.
Yeah.
The boat graveyard and shit.
Yeah, we anchored out in Greece.
Yeah, man, that was some cool shit, man. Going some of them ports. Again, we like 18, 19, nigga.
It was an experience, bro, that you would never get to experience.
That shit, man.
Outside of that shit, man.
Niggas, we was with the carrier the first time I went out. We was with the carrier playing guard.
Yeah.
This was right after the wreck.
We went everywhere they fucking went.
So we fighting these niggas. Now, in case you don't understand what I'm saying, and I've said this on another occasion, when a Navy ship comes into your city, I don't give a fuck if it's Augusta, Georgia, cuz. I don't care what it is. If a Navy ship pull in, like the aircraft carrier, okay, that's like 4,000 people that are alcoholic,
5,000
shopaholic motherfuckers coming to spend money and buy.
It's like a floating city.
It's a float city, and they gonna unleash. They gonna shit all them people out to your city, and they got money to spend. And then you got, so we out there because we had a wreck with them in 1996. We were doing plane guard at 2 knots. 2 knots mean you driving real slow. We was following them. And out of nowhere, they just went in reverse. It's a big ass aircraft carrier versus a cruiser. Yep. Now you can do the math and look it up. And they bagged into us and I was tore our shit up and they got pictures. I might put a picture up on this. The aircraft carrier is in the distance. Our ship is right there. I'm probably on the front of that other picture, but that's how the folks will look from standing on board. And that's how I look from the bridge. And when, we actually literally had to, clean all this up and get it all together so that we can deploy in 6 weeks. So they had everybody working around the clock, tearing it down, evening it off, and then finding the pieces to put on there and weld in place. And it took them 6 weeks to do it, but we got it done before we deployed. So to show you what I'm talking about.
Got one on my fucking phone.
And then we ended up having to go into the yards and get repaired, and we got, 2 captains got fired, so all the captains out there are new captains. So they was basically kicked out of the game, but it was because we were the pitcher and the fucking catcher. It was like, whatever, y'all still carry out the same mission and y'all still work together. The crew know what's going on, because this was the carrier and the fucking plane guard. So you can't break that up. We had Foster come through there. Foster, because did he pull us in the Ville of France?
I don't remember how that motherfucker looked.
Tall, skinny, wait a minute.
All I remember is the first one when I got on there was Captain Wren.
Okay, then Coleman Landers came after that.
And then Landers, the black dude, came.
Because Cap's only stayed 2 years.
I do not remember who the dude that was after him.
It was Mike Foster. He was kind of quiet, but I mean, he just got thrown in as an interim coach. Nigga, you come and get the team in the finals. You feel me? We was already ready, nigga. We was 6 weeks out of deployment when that happened. So we was already trained up. Everybody was qualified. The whole crew was intact. We just got to kill the captain and the XO. We just got to kick, because they ended up firing the captain and firing the XO. So they brought in 2 motherfuckers that ain't never worked together to come join and work as CO and XO of an already trained ship that is known as the fucking idiots that ran into the carrier. But we was a battle-edo.
And that's what they made it seem like too. It was our fucking fault.
Right. It was like I probably wouldn't have been that close at such a low speed because you don't have that control. But I mean, why are you going in reverse? It's the ocean. It's the ocean, bitch. It's the fucking ocean, cuz. Why are you going in reverse? What you doing a 3-point turn in the ocean for?
The one thing about that shit which I didn't understand is how all that shit really happened. It really happened because they were doing drills on their ship and didn't let us know.
Communication drill. They had comms down because the signalman was out there trying to talk to him.
Right.
Why is y'all backing up? He trying to do this shit. Why this big ass ship coming at him? And he just like, fuck this, and ran off, man. I'm like,
that's
what?
the crazy shit, man. But they try to put us in blame of them motherfuckers having drills on their ship.
And Coleman Landers just went downstairs to take a shit, bruh. And then he come running up there. They had already went right for a rudder. And he come out like, what the fuck? And he come out there, he's standing next to me on the bridge wing. And I'm looking at him because he got, he's the captain. He's emotionless. He's on point. So it's like, he holding the rail in the damn captain's chair like, what the fuck is about to happen? And I'm standing right here next to the captain's chair holding the door and shit. And it's like, my career right here is slowly coming at me.
Like you just see that shit.
Is this bitch finna flip over? Is it finna flip us over? And it wasn't cold. It was cold as fuck. It was raining. It was bad weather for the most part. And it lightened up after that wreck, and we cruised in on flat seas. That's crazy, man. But
shit's crazy.
So you gotta write that story with some dynamic, cause If you going to the VA, they get, you know, you get nightmares from that shit because everybody was sleep. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. The last thing you ever expect to happen when you underway in the middle of the night, my nigga, is a shipwreck. This the ocean. This ain't import, nigga. We in the middle
Nigga,
of
100
the
miles
water,
off the
nigga.
fucking, 100 miles off the coast.
All the way around, nigga. And this ship is small as hell, cuz. You cut all your face off too?
Yeah, I have it low.
Yeah, like a shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was really a dynamic situation. That's why I made the emphasis, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, goddamn, of all things, my nigga. Because we was had a great cruise with couple landers, cuz. Niggas was doing their best because it was him. We was doing their best because he was just a cool ass. They remember we had Chief, EMC, and SKC was cool as shit.
We had a couple of black chiefs on there.
We had the Black Suppo, Black FSO. No, that was a different ship.
That was a different ship for you. You motherfuckers was white on that late takeoff.
It might have been.
But when I first got there, I think it might have been one black chief, and that was Master Chief. Master Chief was the only black chief on that motherfucker when I got there.
Master Chief. The
He was
command
gone.
Master Chief?
He was gone. No, Master Chief. It was a black Master Chief on there, cool as shit.
What was his rate?
He was I think he was an engine. He was he was fuck with the engines and shit.
You know, that was a crazy place. That was basically where we grew up at, man. You know what I'm saying? That type of lifestyle going underway and in a leadership position, like nigga, working.
With them niggas every day. You see them niggas every day. Work with them niggas every day.
Every day, dog. And you learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
You keep in touch with a lot of them?
I haven't since that thread we used to be on that y'all put me in. I be trying to stay off of fucking social media a lot of times. I just don't fuck with it. But to keep up.
Did I tell you about Gooden?
Yeah. You know he passed, right?
Yeah. I know. I found out he passed when I came back to Florida in 2003.
I think I found out. I forgot how I found out, and I looked it up, and that's how I found out.
Were you cool with him like that? Y'all were real cool. I saw that.
Cool. Because when you in them divisions like that, and you with them niggas every day, the same niggas you in the birthing with, and when y'all out to see,
for
you
sure.
hang with them niggas, you on the same
Man,
watch.
you create a brotherhood, man,
It's
forever.
like
You closer to
yeah. It's damn near like a brother from another mother and shit. And me and you linked up because you cut hair and you cut my hair while we was in. So that's how we got cool. And then we played ball.
Played ball and shit.
Played ball a lot. So me and you got real close.
Yeah, and so and you know them a deployment. Anybody on that ship, man, that shit. Because niggas broke their legs to not have to go on that cruise, bro. Niggas broke their legs, man. Because I believe the deployment before that, y'all lost somebody.
We no. The cruise before that, man, that was one. When I say that, probably was one of the worst cruises ever done.
The worst?
Bruh.
That's a big statement.
Probably one of the worst. Because we were out to sea at one point because we were supposed to do a med cruise.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to do a med cruise. I remember. Before we did the cruise, we were supposed to do a Baltic Ops. Baltic Ops means that you're supposed to go up to like England. We're supposed to go to countries like England, Finland, Sweden, and all that shit. Well, they canceled that shit.
Was that like 93?
No, this was like 94, 95. And we were supposed to go on the Baltic Ops before that.
I think,
before the cruise.
I think, matter of fact,
we never did it.
I know I have a cruise book from that cruise. I know I do. Because I believe it's your first cruise. Because I got one from the Spruance right here. But I got a burgundy one that says that one because that was the one right before me.
I never got one of these fucking books.
And I think it's the one you was on, so it's probably at the crib. But I got it, man. God damn, I thought I had it up here. Let me see if it's up here. I thought I had that bitch up here. I got my Joe Pro videos up here. You can believe that shit. Yeah, I got that motherfucker, man.
Wow. All these crews, baby, these niggas better get a goddamn blood test.
Went on down there, swab that baby, sit him on the nigga said, I swab. Yeah. He said, I let my homeboy swab to try to keep him from paying child support. And the homeboy came back to daddy, nigga.
Came back to daddy.
You get your homeboy to swab for you don't have to pay child support, then come back to be his baby. What the fuck?
And it was his baby.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Man, I watched this movie last night. I saw a movie that came on. It was called Surprise. So this dude got this girl. He didn't got his homeboy. He done met this girl. He's so in love with this bitch. He done went on ahead and proposed to her. And she fly, you know. Yeah. And they get together. But then he catch her communicate with his best friend. What the fuck? Y'all meeting up, going places. You know, she already hugging this nigga too much.
Right.
What the fuck is going on? Then, you know, I check the email, they talking, and you got 2 tickets to go out of town and shit. What the hell? And he said he paid an investigator to follow the bitch around. He paid an investigator to follow the bitch around. And then she kind of found out she was on dates with the nigga, lying about where she was. I'm with my girl, but she was with this nigga on a date. And the dude got them pictures and shit. Then he got a number from a nigga to pop the nigga. I need you to give me the number to have this nigga quit. Well, I think it's a bit much.
Right.
I think you could just go get this nigga a bat to the knee and fuck his ass up. You don't have to goddamn kill him. But anyway, he paid for the hit. Had the hit. Come to find out they was planning a surprise party for the nigga.
What?
So he had his best friend murked because he thought she was fucking around with him. And they was together planning a motherfucking
surprise
birthday party for this nigga's 40th.
What is this on, bro?
This is on, nigga, this is a Tubi original. I think it's Tubi. It might be Tubi because I keep Tubi running. Hell yeah. Tubi tough, man. Tubi got all the movies on there, though.
Damn, this nigga look young, man.
Yeah, that's the suppo I was talking about. I thought was on there with us. Shit, we had a cool little cruise on it. That was a decom cruise. That was the Spruance.
Them be the best cruises, man.
Man, we hit everything. That shit was so fun.
They and we had the best cruises.
We had to change a motor out that motherfucker in Dubai. We put in Jebel Ali on the pier, had to take a motor, main one out that bitch. Pulled it straight out the top. Pulled it straight out the motherfucking top. Straight out the top, and then this is Bahrain, bro. And then they put another one in there. Put another one in that junk. So you didn't stay in the military that long. You just said you got out.
Yeah, I did 4.5 years. I had a 4-year enlistment, and I was caught up in between whether I was going to stay in or not. So I just extended for 6 months on there. And after the 6 months, I got the fuck out.
Getting out ain't always a bad thing, depending on where you at in life and shit. You know.
Looking back now, man, I should have stayed my ass in and did my 20.
We were just kids, man, having a ball, man. God damn. Man, listen. You was the nigga that told me my bitch was hugged up with a nigga at the fucking club. Mingo say, look, bro, I don't know how to tell you this. But we saw your bitch. What'd you say? Well, how did that go? What did you see?
I didn't want to tell you, bro.
But you got to, goddamn it. That's your fucking job.
I had to tell you.
That's why you my nigga, dog. You gotta
I had to tell you, but it's like I didn't want to be
involved
in that shit.
And you wasn't involved.
Something
you was
told
reporting.
me, something said, I gotta tell this nigga.
Got to do it, nigga.
I gotta tell.
You know, another nigga would try to fuck. Oh, she with it like that?
Nah, dog. That wasn't even my. Cause you know me and you had these conversations
Yeah.
on a fucking regular basis.
Cause we were two of the younger dudes. We were the two
Right.
young. Matter of fact, we were the only two young bulls that was married on the ship. Like, we were the
Correct.
only 19-year-old niggas that thought we were supposed to be tied to one bitch for the rest of our life.
Correct.
We was the only two idiots out. I ain't gonna say, I was a fucking idiot. I didn't, you know, I didn't know no better. If you brought your boo from the city and married her, that's different. I got trapped by a yamp, nigga.
Nigga,
I'm the statistic they talk
damn
about.
near 20 years older than your ass at that time.
She
And
was
we
11
all
years
thought,
old.
we all was like, why you fucking with this old
You
bro?
didn't try hard enough, nigga.
Nigga,
I blame all y'all,
how many
nigga.
times did we have to say this shit
Listen,
to your ass?
you didn't say it loud enough. But then listen, I was scared of her ass too, man.
Why?
'Cause I don't know, man. So this is what happened. It was like summer 97. We had already transferred up here. And I was like, we need to talk. We was driving. So we need to talk.
Transferred up where?
To Norfolk. We had did the home port
So
trip.
we was already there, yeah.
So we was staying out by Fort Eustis. That's what we, matter of fact, didn't y'all stay out there too? Some other people stayed out there in the base house.
She stayed here. Wendy had stayed back in Jacksonville.
Okay, yeah.
Because I knew, I was like, shit, I'm getting
You ain't
out.
gonna be here
Ain't
that
no sense
long.
of you goddamn moving up there.
Okay. But some stayed in the Newport News base housing because of that's where base housing was on that side of town. It was like you can get over there by Fort Eustis or you can stay in Norfolk.
Yeah.
We stayed out of Fort Eustis. A few other people stayed out there too.
In base housing, right?
There was base housing. We stayed at an apartment, getting the BAA, staying in an apartment. But a couple blocks up was the base houses and shit. So a lot of people stayed there. But nigga, that was 99. That was 90. That wasn't even. That was like 97, 98. We was in Mayport.
Because you had already known by this time. I had already told you what the fuck went down.
Yeah, but what happened that night at the club? You said y'all was at the club coming up out of there.
Okay, so this is in Jacksonville. For everybody that knows, they used to have some clubs in Jacksonville. Used to have some bomb ass clubs, Jazz Coast. Matter of fact,
You was there that night.
That was
this
the
was a
fucking
different
club.
night. This was a different night. But
That was the club
that's the
I
club.
saw her ass in.
Right. We all
Jazz
niggas was
Coast.
always at Jazz Co, nigga.
Now, if you from Jacksonville, y'all, you know y'all niggas watching this. It was back then in the 90s, the late 90s, it was Jazz Coast
Jam's Place.
and Jam's Place.
And if you was a young boy,
And
it
if
was
you
Cool
young
Runners.
boy, they had Cool Runners and they had the Big Apple back then.
Big out.
And then they had a reggae spot too. So it was Jacksonville was all right then. So
Hold up. Go ahead.
So this one night, I guess I step out or whatever, you know, I'm out. I guess my wife was at the house or wherever the fuck she was. And I went out, so I go out and shit. You know, I said, fuck it, let me stop by Jazz Co. So I stopped by Jazz Co.
Always stop. That's
ain't
never a
popping.
happy hour spot.
It ain't popping, so I'm like, fuck this shit. So I stood in there for about an hour. So I dipped. So on my way out, you know, I'm just, you know, how I walk. Sometimes I walk with my head towards the ground. So I'm not looking straight ahead. So I'm walking to my car and shit, and I see this chick backed up on this dude in front of the car. So I can see it from my peripheral.
Damn.
So I'm walking and shit, and I so happened to look up to the left. And when I looked over to the left and saw this broad in front of this dude, all you could hear was, "Oh shit!"
And look, I don't think you ever gave me a full lay
That
down
was
a
the
highway.
funniest, and that was the part because she saw me. Because when we got eye contact, eye to eye, she looked at me. She was like, "Oh shit!" And I looked over at her, and I just turned my head, and I kept on fucking walking. I didn't at that moment. I didn't say shit.
Word.
And I think it took me
And it wasn't for you to say nothing to her.
at all.
I just need to get a good picture. Now, if
At
we
all.
had cell phones, you supposed to stop and get that picture. Boom, boom.
Hey.
And this bitch putting her hand up.
When
all
I
that
looked
shit.
over and I saw her and she saw me and I turned my fucking head, the nigga was like, "What's going on? What's up?" She was like, "That's my husband friend." He was like, "That's my husband friend. We gotta go. I gotta go." And I don't know how long it took me to tell your ass.
No. You told me the next morning. So we was in the berthing and you told me. You came to
You was
me.
in the berthing?
Yeah, it was the birthing was the night after we was at that club. That was the night me and Gooden got into it. Cause Gooden was, me and Ruby walking out the club, and this nigga gonna grab her fucking arm and shit. And he was with Reggie, and my pops was there. We had just took that picture.
When the fuck was this?
It's my birthday. It's my 20th birthday.
So all this happened like right after that? All this happened about the same time?
It's on 20th birthday, me and my pops went to Jazz Club. This wasn't that night. This was another night. This was on my birthday, and y'all was there. You, Mingo, you, Reggie, and Gooden. Then it was Chief, Engineering Chief, and Supply Chief.
Yeah. They
was there. And we were just kicking it. My pops was with me. He had a little Spanish bitch with him. And we was finna go, so this is where I learned not to walk with your bitch and tell. So I'm walking with her, and I feel her tug me, and I look, it's Jawan. He done pulled her hand like this as we walking out. And I'm like, for real, nigga? So I was mad. I think it was a little scuffle, but it really wasn't.
What he said?
So the next morning,
he was like, he didn't know that was Ruby or something?
We walking out like this. We was in that bitch dancing. God damn it. So we walking out like this. And he tries, so the morning in his birthday, this nigga sitting there like he just so hung up, man, I was drunk, man. Him Reggie was like, man, that nigga said he was drunk, man.
He probably was, though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, to defend that nigga, because me and that nigga had it was some times, nigga, I don't know how the fuck I got home.
And that's fine, but he tried me, so whatever. So I'm like, damn, bitch, my bad, dog, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to when we go into deployment and he transfer off.
Yeah.
Soon as we leave, she said the next day this nigga knocking at the door.
Come on.
Knocking at the door. He's knocking at the door like, what's up? She's like, what the fuck you doing here? So she immediately hit me up like, that nigga from your ship came over to my house right after y'all left. So at that point, I was like, okay. So when I say I saw Reggie, and this is how I found out he died, I saw Reggie coming out of Walmart. I had just got back from Hawaii, back down to the city, and I was going into Walmart. It's a regular day.
You was back transferred to
I was stationed on the Spruance.
Oh, okay.
And I was walking into the parking lot, and I saw Reggie coming out of there. And I was like, hey, man, what's good? He was like, what's up, man? And I'm talking to him like, that's what's up, man. How your family? Everything good? He's like, yeah. I said, hey, you see good?
you ain't let this shit ride.
I said, you see your man? Hoping he was gonna
let shit ride.
Hoping he was gonna say, yeah, that nigga stay over there, right over there. I'm hoping he'd give me some shit like that. That nigga was like, man, he died, man. I was like, he died.
Cancer, bro, from what I heard. Cancer.
And this is exactly how I was like, man, because I was gonna kill that nigga. And listen, I was finna break that nigga neck, dog. I wasn't gonna spot no guns and leave no blood. It's just gonna be like that nigga. I was finna snap this nigga's neck. And he looked at me, Reggie, that's because I was Reggie boy too. Reggie looked at me like, man, something wrong with you, man. And you know how he walk off and shit, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm mad as fuck now. So that was a real situation, man. And again, it wasn't about Ruby. This is a principle, nigga. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Who's you fuck? But the fact that you went to the door, now she could have been lying, but I know he the nigga to do that.
That's funny that you say that, so we can pivot on that shit. It was like a lot of dudes I don't talk to on the boat anymore. I don't keep contact with because that shit happened with me and Wendy. Same shit. Like when I got out, niggas, niggas, trying to get in, trying to hit, was trying to, telling her that we all was in Norfolk talking to broads and shit like that.
Oh,
these niggas,
they one of them niggas though.
They went against the code.
Man, what happens overseas, nigga?
But them niggas was coming back, when I had got out and they found out that me and Wendy had split, they trying to get in.
How petty.
So
all the bitches in the world. It was a bunch of them
niggas, man. It was a couple of niggas. Fucking, she told me a couple of them niggas had said, was trying to get out of that shit.
Petty. I think that's the biggest violation in the game, my nigga. All the
Man.
pussy in the world, nigga. We about a tight group of niggas. But you know, that nigga DeWalt told me a story about how they'll have a party at your house, get you drunk as fuck, and you pass out and go to bed. Now, while you laid out in your bed sleep, them niggas trying to get they trying to get your dick in your girl mouth. They done got her drunk too. They trying to get her to suck off. And DeWalt, do you remember old DeWalt? They used to be there, the DC man.
Yeah.
OG nigga, yes. He was the one telling me this shit.
Me and him got into it one time.
But that type of shit.
No, we had got into it. He had wanted me to do something, and I'm like
On a fire team.
I had that nigga straight up. I was like, I'm looking at Reggie, all us in the mess hall and shit, and he trying to get me to do something.
Like some DC shit.
Work, yeah.
Like you was a DCPO or something?
No,
You ready? Man, listen, man.
I was always an OS. I was always a fucking OS. What up, though? So I was always an OS, so I ain't, I wasn't doing no fucking DC shit like that, man.
So you wasn't, you was the DCPO though.
No, I wasn't.
So he was trying to get you to do some DCPO shit.
Do some shit. Well, that wasn't even my fucking department, bro.
Okay.
Cause I came in as an OS.
Right.
I was an OS, so I was like, I'm not doing no shit unless I'm cranking or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you cranking, you with the cooks.
And you right. You fucking with the trash.
Fucking with the trash, all that shit, the cooks and shit. But he had wanted me to do something, man. And I looked at that nigga, I was like, who the fuck this Uncle Tom ass nigga is? So Lane, all them niggas is in there. Lane, Watson, all Watkins. What is it? Watkins or Watson?
From the office.
Yeah.
Watson from the office. Donnie Watson.
Watkins.
And Watson from Deck. The bosun mate, the little skinny buck tooth Fraggle Rock looking motherfucker from Alabama.
This here was like a first class in supply.
Okay.
I think that was Watkins up. He's Watson up.
It was Watkins. It was Watkins, yeah, because he used to hang with Reggie and Lane.
All of them used to hang out for lunch and shit. So all of them at the table. I think I had just got there, dog.
Same fade?
Still line up.
Okay.
And I had just got there, bro. And he tried to get sporty, and I'm like, who the fuck this Uncle Tom ass nigga is? So they started bust out laughing on that
this
nigga,
is all new because Brooks was one of them niggas too.
Tell you, man, they just bust out laughing at this nigga, man. So he tried to write me up and everything, but it didn't fly.
But this is the thing. This is the thing that needs to be addressed. We was young ghetto niggas coming out the hood, meeting gung-ho lifer ass niggas in the Navy that had been changed from ghetto niggas.
Still saying nigga on the boat, knowing we ain't supposed to say none of that shit. We still saying nigga.
And we looking at the dudes that's playing the eval game.
Correct.
Shipmate niggas. These shipmate, come here shipmate, what you got? Them niggas.
Them niggas done been in
them niggas,
10, 15 years already.
Them niggas telling on everybody, come here man, what you doing man? Listen man, like you said, come on man, do what you supposed to do. Hey man, what the fuck is this dude? I don't even work with y'all niggas. I don't clean PWAs, cuz. But those guys, that was seeing those type of dudes, cause I remember it happened to me, man. It was Jones and Reggie was my niggas, dog. Them niggas was fucking with me every day. I used to tell Reggie, I used to tell that nigga, I used to say, I'm gonna catch your ass at the grocery store with your wife and them ugly ass kids, nigga. And I'm gonna beat your ass right in front of your family.
That nigga stayed in our burden, bro. That nigga stayed in our burden.
Hey, I said, you tough as hell on this boat, nigga. I'm gonna catch your ass at the grocery store with your kids and fuck you up
that
in front of your kids.
Stayed in our burden, bro.
That nigga said, I'm gonna kill your ass. Damn, I can't believe I told that nigga that shit. But remember, we used to go to the park and hoop up there.
Yeah, man.
Over there by, back in, that was old Mayport, man. You ain't been down there lately?
I ain't been to the base, man, since I've been back.
Mayport is, they built a new gym on there.
Really?
The gym we had was a legendary piece of wood, brother. We put some miles on that motherfucker.
Did we ever, though?
We had some highlights in that junk, and they tore that motherfucker down. It was a moment, man. It was a whole moment, like, damn, this motherfucker finna be gone. And they put a $24 million facility up there.
Really?
Yeah. So it's nice as hell. I'm gonna have to get up there. Go up there.
Man, I ain't been. Tell you, bro, I have not been that way.
Wild hairs outside.
All right.
And I've been in Jayville going on 3 years now back. And
Yeah.
I have not been to that base.
And see, I done been down there a couple times. Like I had to go get some court shit done, so I went down there. They done built a whole new courthouse down there. I'm like, all this goddamn court,
yeah, oh hell yeah.
all that DUI money them Navy's giving them niggas.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
That shit is gone.
the
dog.
land, the whole. You know what ain't gone? Silver Fox ain't gone, nigga. That shit's still standing. That and the pony, nigga, still
It ain't
standing.
open though, is it?
Oh,
It
mixed
ain't
up.
open.
Why?
The building's still there, but it ain't open.
Got the best wings and the best lunchtime strippers in the
Nigga.
city, boy.
Nigga. That was our first mission when we got back, nigga. We going straight to the goddamn.
I ain't
The
realize it was-
goddamn Mirage and Silver Fox.
Man, I think we jumped into marriage way too soon, bro.
I think so.
Cause think about it, now when y'all niggas was in the barracks at the yards at Portsmouth,
Yeah.
you was staying in the barracks because your lady was still,
She was still in Jacksonville.
and we was
Because
just,
I was in the room with Famous.
but you was on the sustain with us too.
I was on the who?
The sustain when we went to the dry dock in '95.
Yeah.
So, crazy story, man.
Yeah, I was there. I was there too.
The last night we was there, the last night we was there, it was this girl that I had met. She was like working on she was in the military, but she was working on the dry dock. Yeah, she was one of them little, pregnant chick, not even pregnant, whatever the fuck she was working. She might have been a pregnant chick. But anyway, we met up and we got to kicking it and shit. After I smashed a couple times, we come back and she like, I don't know, I think she think this is our last night in port, so I'm supposed to like spend it with her or whatever. But she had tried me one day. So what I did, I made her take me shopping, you know what I'm saying, spend all her
I
money.
think you told me that shit too, man. I think you told me that shit.
Yeah, I had her, cause she had a car, so I had her drive me around.
Cause one of y'all niggas was messing with one of them chicks across the street from where we was staying at.
In the projects.
Right.
No, them radio niggas was in that motherfucker pimping them hoes across next to
One
Burger
across the
King.
street. So we stayed in like this
Across
spot.
yeah, and you know that building ain't even there no more. That's a field.
Wow.
The Comfort Inn is a field. The Burger King and the project's still there. I'm talking about Virginia Beach Boulevard and Tidewater Drive.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
And we got, man, that's where we were during the Million Man March. We was right there in them hotels during the Million Man March.
Wow.
You don't remember that shit, do you?
I do not remember that.
There was a lot of people that went. A lot of people that left to go up to DC because it's right there in Virginia.
Yeah.
So it wasn't shit to really drive them 2 hours up there. And they went up there, but I didn't go. Because remember, because when you was in the yards, you had a lot of people flying back every weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was trapped in an abusive relationship at the time. So I had to be on that motherfucking plane.
Oh shit.
With my check, nigga. I'm glad you told me that. I never heard that whole story about you seeing that girl outside the club and shit.
Yeah, I
caught her cheating one other time. Let me tell you. I was duty driver one day, and they was like, yo, we need you to go to the airport to pick such and such up. So I go to the airport, and on the way down Atlantic Boulevard, I said, let me pull over here to the crib right quick. It was probably like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And when I got over there, I walked in, and she got on she come out the bedroom in lingerie. And she like, the cable man in there looking at the TV. I'm like, the cable man? So I go in the room, it's a young, strappy young fella about my size, my height, standing there looking at the TV like, hell no, this motherfucker. Shit, I gotta get some shit out of the car. And he walked past me and went outside. She got my attention on some other shit. I was like, huh? What? The shit, the fuck, the shit, the shit, the fuck? What? Huh? Yeah, I gotta go. Never paid attention to the nigga, never came back in the house.
Damn.
Never paid attention.
But your mind was going because you had to go get the motherfucker from the airport anyway.
Because one thing about being in the military, that has your brain. It's always something to do when you're in the military. So I'm on a mission. I stop here. It's a lot of commotion going on. But the nigga, he could have very well been the cable man. But then I thought about how the fuck, no, that wasn't the fucking cable man, but it could have been. Because she didn't come out like I'm caught. She came out like, he ain't there looking at that ragged ass TV. I don't know what. So this was a whole act. This bitch was a whole actor.
She was a pro, dog.
She was a pro.
She was a pro.
You know,
You were so young and dumb at that time, dog.
Man.
You were so young and dumb. I don't know what she did to get your ass at that time.
Man,
But nigga, you was gone.
And the crazy part about it, man, could have been so many other situations, man. I never really paid attention to it because I was so caught up in being a Navy nigga. Going out, we was gone back for 2 days.
You was gone so much though, dog.
You'll be a fool to let yourself get caught up in what's going on the land. I'm 20. You know what I'm saying? We out here, nigga. We went to Charleston and they got to fighting at that club and shit. Charleston was live. We did Boston. Did you go to Boston with us whenever? That was in '98.
Boston was after I left.
We got a blizzard going into Boston. A blizzard on the folks, goddamn. Hell yeah. I was telling somebody like being on a deployment with a bunch of dudes is cool. But then when you get done, when you get girls on there, the dudes, the mess decks change to Applebee's. These niggas be booed up now. They can't eat without their little their little cruise booty, niggas.
That's how that shit was.
Yeah, man. Then you had a lot of caking. Come on, man. It was all dudes. You can't come in here with no fuck shit, nigga. We gonna call you out on that shit all day. There's a bunch of niggas in here, dog. It's all man-to-man shit. They gonna come with no fuck shit. If a bitch in the building, a nigga might get a little testy about you telling him he fucked up.
Right.
Cause you don't want this bitch to see you get checked by a way that would have made you a better nigga if you just heard the truth from some niggas. But you got a girl that you ain't gonna receive it that way. You gonna think a nigga trying to front on you. Think about it. If it was a shit full of dudes, you wouldn't give a fuck if a nigga was checking you about some shit. It won't be until there's a chick standing there looking at you like, damn, you let the nigga talk to you like that. You ain't even gonna hear the lesson. You're gonna let this nigga just try me in front of these hoes, dog. So you got dudes caking, bitches they gotta work, they be in the burden. You could be the deck PO, then you find out they fucking supervisors. I was on the Spruance and a fucking BM3 little white bitch was fucking all three BM1. They was running the train on that little bitch.
All three of them?
Yeah. And then I'm the fucking BM2. I'm cussing this little bitch out like because she won't listen to me because she got them niggas. She sucking they dick. So I'm like, yo, man, I told your fucking ass to get on the port side. I ain't gotta. Then she go, and then here come Webb. Hey, man, chill out, bro. Don't be, you know, whatever. Like, what the fuck? Then I found out later, y'all was fucking this bitch.
Yeah.
So now you can't, that's when I learned you can't fuck a chick on a ship that works for you because she ain't gonna be doing what you say. She is not gonna work.
What your ass say because you wasn't fucking her.
Yeah, well, I didn't really, but in that
So
even.
she definitely wasn't gonna listen to your ass.
And again, it wasn't necessarily about that. It was just like, damn, I just told you to do your job and you talking shit, but you got that leeway because anybody fuck with you, you can say they making me suck their dick. They own that. You know, after a while, she own you. Because you can say you pushing it on her because you the senior person. Because when the girls first got there, they had everybody signing page 13. Remember that? Or you was gone by then?
I was gone by then.
They had everybody signing page 13 that I will not fuck none of these girls. I will not talk like a barbarian in front of none of these girls.
No harassment, none of that shit.
I will stop using the phrase bitches and hoes in front of, because we know we was cussing like a motherfucker. Then girls get on there, it's like, you know.
When you left the Lake, they go?
February 2000. February 2000 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah, I was in that jump for football.
Nigga, that's when I made career at the post office. Career.
That's when you got hired on. That's when I got hired on, nigga. I left there and went to, and again, that was a great spot to be a part of. You know, I was a kid there. But yeah, Ike though. You remember Ike? So Ike we was cool. We was all on the phone talking a lot. You know, Ike was a quiet dude. Ike was the dude that if I was to get too wild on Facebook, slide in my inbox and be like, hey man, for real.
He was you talking about Daniels, right?
Yeah.
He was always quiet.
He was just like that. I'm like, damn, it's good to hear from you, nigga.
He was always calm and collect, though, man.
Man, he would always, and it was like he was just the big brother dude the whole time. He was the big brother dude. When I got there, he was a FC3. I didn't know what the fuck that was, but he had done a deployment. Remember, he had that big ass Lincoln.
Yeah.
With the 20s on that bitch. And they used to get drunk. This nigga used to drink Everclear.
Damn.
Like straight Everclear. So he was talking to us on a group chat one day, you know, like in 2020. 2000, late 19, early 20, he was talking to us on a group chat and we was laughing at Doug and them. And then we look up, this motherfucker dead. He ain't tell nobody he was sick. And you know, his temper was always,
Yeah, he was always just,
you would never know if this nigga was jubilee happy or angry because he was always
even killed.
Yeah, so it's like you would never know. So I don't know if he was sick. And again, if you're sick, terminal illness, do you let anybody know or do you just die? And don't worry about it. I don't want everybody in my face treat me like I'm dead, so I'm just gonna ride the shit out. You do that.
That's a
Terminal
good question,
illness.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure my affairs in order. I do my podcast so I can talk to my great-great-grandkids. So, you know, they got enough dialogue left behind to know who they pops was, so it don't require some fuck nigga trying to describe my kid. I mean, your daddy was cool, but because I owed this nigga $30, I wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta do that. Nigga, Tupac had a baby, he can listen to Tupac music and goddamn know exactly who Tupac was, but I don't think Tupac dead though. Nah, dog, I don't think Tupac dead. How the fuck Tupac died? They don't get this nigga a funeral, dog. Stop playing with me, dog.
Hey, man.
Nah,
That nigga had the best goddamn hiding spot ever.
right. Now, mind you, word got back that Diddy had a hit on him. And if Diddy had a hit on him, I got to disappear because that hit ain't gonna die. You can't renege a hit.
Did he?
Yeah. And Suge Knight came on TV and was like, it's true that Diddy had a hit on it. There was evidence found that Diddy had a hit on Pac. That Diddy ain't in jail. He either didn't hit him or it didn't happen. Now, they definitely had Pac laying on a slab, but I was watching a couple documentaries and I heard Tretch say some shit like, if my nigga want me to tell people he did, that's what I'm gonna say. And then he's about to, last time I saw him, he was in Malaysia. Listen, when we was young, we thought this nigga can't shut up that long. But if it's a hit out on you and you can still get your music played, you know, hiding out ain't that bad. If you smart enough to do it, people was like, he couldn't be quiet that long. And there were several issues that the man could have addressed. Because Pac was a whack rapper assassin. Pac was coming at niggas like, what the fuck, what? Y'all niggas lying? Coming at a lot of people. So, you know, there was, when Pac passed away, it was almost like it was no policing in rap after that. You know, there was no policing in rap after that. Because watching these videos, fucking Puff Daddy talking about, because again, in the game of the game, Biggie and Tupac would have still been alive. There'd have been nobody to eclipse them. Because they had control of the world. At that 24, nigga, they had control of the whole world. Biggie and Tupac, them niggas dying had control of the world, man. At 24, it's like, no, these niggas just bought the whole game. So do they have to be out of the way? Some people, like I believe, Jaguar Wright said, Jaguar Wright said Jay-Z had Big L killed. Now we remember Big L. Big L was cold in the motherfucker, boy, and he was from Harlem. And we also remember how Jay-Z used to sound like that nigga. But Jaguar Wright said, I used to fuck old boy. I mean, this nigga used to fuck. That's my boyfriend. We fucked the night before he got killed in the backseat of his car. And he said, don't ever trust that motherfucker. So Jaguar Wright been on the internet talking about how dirty these two niggas is, talking about stuff, and they trying to make her look crazy and shit. But I could see that happening if Jay-Z was that diabolical and wanted to top so bad. You gotta kill Biggie, you gotta kill Tupac, you gotta kill a young Big L, you know what I'm saying? And then Diddy, everybody doing a tell-all book. getting popped. How the fuck Heavy D died? For real. What happened to Hev, dog? You telling me Bun Dilly D was that fat, dog? Andre Harrell, out of nowhere, he died. This motherfucker was a vegan, chilling. This nigga just died out of nowhere, dog. Fuck out of here, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get it. A lot of cats did a lot of drinking. Like Beanie, if Beanie Siegel ain't dead as much drinking as that nigga used to do, he got no pancreas though. His pancreas gone. Cause you know that nigga used to drink bottles of Hennessy.
I saw a fucking shit on YouTube with him and Freeway performing.
Yeah, Freeway, nigga Loon and went and became a devout Muslim. Cause you know religion is really the only thing you could do to break some of these contracts. I'm gonna become a Muslim. I don't want to work for you no more. Don't play my music. I won't ask for no money. Don't play my music. I won't ask for no money. Shit like that. Shit like that. My son been rapping, man, for about 10 years. I tell him don't sign to nobody, dog. Just keep pushing your shit out. It don't take but the right person to hear your shit. I'm finna start school making beats. I'm gonna do a blues album. I'm gonna need some bars from you, cuz. So some intros, some skits, nigga, something. I'm doing a country song. I'm gonna, almost like on some candy liquor shit. Wanna be your candy liquor. Hey, hey, wanna be your candy.
That's how, you know what, man? After knowing you this long, man, that just seemed like your ass to be a damn blues player, old ass, cause your ass, you was an old motherfucker back then, man.
Listen, man, that was my shit. I was R&B nigga, dog. My dad was
old
R&B
ass
nigga.
then, dog. Your ass 19, 20 years old, you dressing like you was damn 45 back then.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why that is, nigga. I grew up when my OG, you see in BMF now, right?
Yeah.
So you see how when them niggas go out, they all
Back
suited
then,
and booted.
yeah,
That's what we saw the dope boys do. You saw White Boy Rick.
Hold on.
The White Boy Rick, nigga, he was wildin'. The White Boy Rick was wildin'. When they was G'd up, they was in the motherfucking bowling alley with three-piece suits on and chains and shit on White Boy Rick, because they couldn't go to the club. So a 16-year-old boss wore suits. So when it was time for me to get fly, I'm gonna put on a motherfucking suit.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in with that video, man, Mingo and shit. He was kicking it, man. That's my dog. Our conversation got cut short because I had a customer that was just insisting upon pulling up on me and shit. And on top of that, he got called away by his boss and shit. So he'll be back for another part. So please believe me, there will be a part 2. So again, thanks for tuning in. And this has been another episode of GameTyme with your boy T8DAGR81. You know what I'm saying? We talked about a lot of shit, man. I'm gonna start. Yeah, we talked about a lot of cool shit. So I'm glad y'all tuned in, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.
To the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it. Real G's in the spot, nigga. Game too cold, need a dock in here. Cause I'm headed to the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it. Say she never been in here before. Only G's welcome, so nobody can know. Unless you rolling with a G, coincidentally that's me. Keep my eyes on the prize with my gold shining bright. Baby, know a nigga ballin' top rank, never stalling, can't compete with this. I'm the man, but she knowin' she see it in the flesh. Don't it mad, never rest. Money always making money, glad I put into invest. It's a never in the cycle, hit or miss. I'm nothing like you, roll my joints in threes. I'm like Steph chasing Allen, number never want to ratchet, nigga. Hoes fall out quick, but you gotta keep one. Bros always keep it real for real. So what you wanna do, baby? Though I'm always on my grind, make time, lady. If you wanna be down, come and chill, baby. If you wanna be seen, ride or die for me. Yeah. Real Real G's in the spot, nigga. Game too cold, need a dock in here. Cause I'm headed to the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it. Real G's in the spot, nigga. Game too cold, need a dock in here. Cause I'm headed to the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it.
Bring them bottles to the section. Baby girl can tell my money good like Megan. Still tryna add to my collection. I can't stop chasing this money, my confession. Stack loot like Tetris, that's the best method. Telling hoes send all the plays my direction. Bust down a whole P8 balls and sevens. Baby, I'm a vet, flipping work my profession. Everything froze when the G's walked in. Fresh to death, I'm a bad bitch target. She could tell I ain't no regular artist. From how I keep it G and ain't no chasing clout shit. I'm a G, baby, why you so astounded? You was looking for a real G, where you found them? Big OG, how the hoes wildin'. But I'll cut her off if she actin' childish.
Real G's in the spot, nigga. Game too cold, need a dock in here. Cause I'm headed to the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it. Real G's in the spot, nigga. Game too cold, need a dock in here. Cause I'm headed to the top, nigga. Always on my grind, never stopping it.